We had 16 gunships. Charlie model gunships were most of them were Charlie models, and they were the Falcons, the 155th Assault Helicopter Falcons, and I guarantee you they were lethal. And then we had 22 slick aircraft. I think it was 22 of us. And we were the cargo helicopter troop movers, supplies, and all of that. Or if somebody was wounded, we'd go in when medevac couldn't get there in time. We'd go in, pick them up, and get them back to where we could meet up with them and save time. Um, there were lots of missions, like I mentioned, the one where we were diverted to go in under fire to pick up the first sergeant. Well, on that route, we were on our way to a place north of there, to a place called Buprang, and we were taking in some food supplies to them, pallets of food supplies, and then specialty items inside the aircraft with us for them. And we dropped the stuff off and hang out with those guys for a little bit, and then we'd take off. And sometimes there'd be some of them that need a ride back. They'd be on their way back home. So that was good. We got to see that, and it there were a lot of different things that we did. Every day was something different. You could never count on anything except that hoping you had another day. Every day you woke up was the extended play on the pinball game of life at that point. And that's pretty much what it was. You had to play to win to wake up again, otherwise you were just KIA and gone. The minute we're called up for a mission, there's a siren that goes off, and if you're on standby or assigned to a specific mission, you run immediately. You jump. See, we were never allowed to take our boots off, even at night when we slept. We were in our flight suits and our boots. Our flight helmet and our M60 was sitting right next to our bed, so that the second we rolled out of bed, we grabbed that, we started running to the aircraft. I could be at the aircraft within 30 to 45 seconds. The first thing I did is have my door gunner, he'd be there too. I'd have him unhook the rotor blades. I'd jump in, hit the battery switch, get the rotor blades going. And while I was doing that, he would be hooking up our M60s and getting them linked up and ready to go. By that time, the pilots would be there, jump in, and away we'd go, and off to the mission we'd take off. Come back in, and of course you got to clean up all the brass and rearm and re-ammo the aircraft, and then, like I said, go around, do the walk around, make sure that we didn't take any hits in the airframe, make sure, check like the tail rotor and the main rotor blades, make sure everything was good, and then of course go and check all the fluid, do all the maintenance again before and get it ready for the next mission, because you could be called up again at any time. And sometimes it was just a sortie all day long. So you were just coming back, rearming, reloading with ammunition and supplies, and going right back into it. So it was crazy. And of course, we were always escorted by the Falcons, and the Falcons were amazing too. There were a great bunch of guys there. As a matter of fact, there's one of them, Captain Chickenhawk was his moniker, his call sign. Great guy. His name's William Albrecht, and he's an author now, but he was one of our gunny pilots while I was over there. And great guy. And I've been in touch with him, or should I say he got in touch with me, and same thing that I'm doing with you, basically. And him and I were swapping lies about the old times and, good times. And yeah, it was a neat thing talking to him, because, there's enough bad memories that you have to suppress. But it's kind of nice when you can get to talk to one of your fellow mates that went through it with you, and they respect you still. And it's It gives you a good feeling, it makes up for some of the damage that you went through. I was in a UH-1H, Huey, Huey 1H, and I packed an M60, and I carried on in the well where I sat with my M60 on a canvas seat where they gave us chicken plates for our chest plates, right? Well, I wasn't so much worried about the chest because if I could see them, I could shoot them before they could shoot me. So I wasn't worried about my chest. But what come up out of the jungle, you couldn't see. Could come up through the bottom of the aircraft and give you a second anus. So I sat on the chicken plate, if you know what I mean. It was more important to cover your than it was to worry about your chest because you got your 60 there too. But under your anus, no, just canvas and aluminum rails that you were sitting on. Yeah. So you had your 60 there, and that was that. And a box of ammunition at your feet, linked, and away you go.